Accused of killing his girlfriend, then hiding her body, a Pulaski County man admits to the crime while the victim's parents look on.
Two Knott County parents face manslaughter charges in the death of their infant daughter.
A Central Kentucky mother is accused of giving drugs, alcohol, and condoms to teenagers while hosting parties at her house.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon to you. Amber Philpott and Sam Dick reporting a Southern Kentucky man accused of killing his girlfriend and throwing her body in a sinkhole is now admitting his guilt.
Johnny Ray Hendricks pled guilty this morning in the death of Monica Wells. Our Phil Pendleton is outside the Pulaski County Courthouse with reaction from the victim's family. It's our top story at 4:30.
Johnny Hendricks would have faced a jury trial on murder charges, but the victim's family tells me that is something that would have been very difficult for them to have to sit through. Brenda Helton says had Hendricks gone to trial, her grandson would have had to testify about what he saw the night police say her daughter was beaten. She says that would have been too hard on him. She says her then 8-year-old grandson is having a hard time dealing with his mother's absence and the terrible things he saw that night. Police say Hendricks beat up Monica Wells, killed her, and then dumped her body in a sinkhole to hide it before fleeing the Pulaski County area. He was later found several counties away and arrested at a relative's home. Thursday, he pleaded guilty to murder and tampering with physical evidence. The recommended total sentence was 25 years. Wells' father says the murder took place after numerous cases of abuse.
Well, I told her all the time this would happen, that he would kill her, because he whipped her all the time.
And Hendricks will be back in court on May 21st. Coming up at 5:30, you will hear what Monica Wells' mother tells me about what she has learned about her daughter's death since it happened. For now in Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Hendricks could have received a life sentence if a jury would have found him guilty.
All right, stop me if you've heard this before. Rounds of showers and thunderstorms are moving across the bluegrass today, dropping rain in areas already affected by flooding.
That's right. You can stop right now. We've heard it and heard it and heard it. But it will start to dry out somewhat as we head rather toward the weekend. I'm so excited about Chris, I can't even get the words out. At least we're going to have, what, a dry day?
Yeah, you know what? You heard me talk about it yesterday about the potential for some dry heading into the start of the weekend. That is still in the weather menu, part of the program over the next couple of days. Right now, a lot of dry, folks, across central and eastern Kentucky, and with some bonus sunshine across that I-64 corridor. Many of us breathing a little sigh of relief. 70, if not a little better, showing up across most of central and northern Kentucky. 61, though, Summer said, where you've got really the only game in town in terms of some showers. Working out of Pulaski County, Corbin, London, get ready. We'll have to turn the wiper blades on here over the next half hour or so. Lexington Bluegrass region, not a whole lot that is out there. Mix of sun and some clouds continuing to show up, but Live First Alert Defender, no precipitation. Here's that tropical sky that I'm talking about, showing up on top of Hamburg Pavilion in Lexington. You've got humidities that are way, way up there, and that's a sign of things to come over the next several days. Yes, we could pop a scattered storm or two at any point, but the overall focus of the forecast is on a little bit of warmer weather and drier weather to start the weekend. So isolated storms around, weekend starts warm, weekend ends wet. Guys, I know you've heard that one before. Coming up in a little bit, we'll take you through the next several days, show you those rounds of showers and thunderstorms when they arrive and just how much more rain they leave behind. That's in less than 10 minutes.
Police continue to investigate the death of a baby in Knott County. Now the parents face manslaughter charges.
Investigators are not releasing much information, but as Mitchell Grogg reports, several people tried to save the baby.
Police are still not releasing much information pending the autopsy results, but 2 people have been charged in connection with the death. Police received the call for the incident on Marybell Lane around 1:15 Wednesday. Police arrested the infant girl's parents, Joseph and Ashley Newsom. They each face a manslaughter charge. Police say Joseph Newsom made the 911 call.
Advised that he had attempted CPR but still wasn't getting any response from the infant child.
Both Joseph and Ashley Newsom declined my request for a jailhouse interview. In Knott County, Mitchell Grogg, WKYT.
Well, police have not yet released the child's name. Her body was sent to Frankfort for an autopsy.
A Central Kentucky mother is accused of giving drugs and alcohol to children as young as 12. Court documents say that Jessica Krugman hosted parties for teenagers at her Bullitt County home for about 2 years. One mother says she found out what was going on when she picked up her 13-year-old daughter from what she thought was a girls-only sleepover.
My daughter, my friend's daughter, her nephew, another boy, and the child who lived in the home, all there in bed together. And that's how we found out. Condoms were given. She had taken kids to get a birth control pill. She had taken kids to get morning after pills. So all this came out, and at that point we said, this is insane, and we called the cops.
The children told police Krugman would give them alcohol and drugs as a reward for cleaning her house. Krugman faces 17 unlawful transaction with minor charges.
Police have canceled an Amber Alert after a missing 5-year-old girl was found safe in western Kentucky. State police issued that alert around 2:30 this morning in Bowling Green. Police said 21-year-old Rike Griffin and the child's mother got into an argument. She got out of a silver Ford Expedition, and that's when police say Griffin drove off with the child. It's not clear if police are still looking for him, but they did say the girl has been found safe. Candidate for governor James Comer and his running mate Chris McDaniel unveiled their plan for higher education this morning. Under the plan, students attending one of Kentucky's flagship universities can receive $20,000 in tax credits. Those attending a regional university can receive $15,000. The students must graduate in 4 years as well as live and work in Kentucky following graduation.
If you actually talk to middle-class Kentuckians, middle-class, blue-collar Kentuckians, one of the biggest problems they say is the student loan debt that we're saddling their children and grandchildren with. We have a plan that's going to take care of that. It's going to help increase our competitiveness as a state to attracting good-paying jobs.
The plan also gives Kentucky community and technical college system graduates a tax credit for the full cost of tuition, as well as a tax credit for businesses who hire them.
Now, you are not the only one wondering what's going on with Centrepointe. City planners and urban county council members say they want to hear from the developer of Centrepointe about his plans, and they're eager for that to happen soon. Almost 7 years ago, an entire downtown block was demolished. 2 hotels, at least 100 apartments and condos, a restaurant, bank, and offices are all planned on top of an underground 3-story parking lot. Plans for the buildings on Centrepointe have changed through the years, and many people are wondering if it will ever be built. Right now, there's a giant hole with concrete footers.
It's been a very difficult project to get out of the ground, clearly, and it is important that something happens there in the near future. That having an empty site in your downtown is really sucks the life out of things.
So what is the holdup moving forward? Is the city monitoring what the developer is doing? And what is the status of the sale of those $25 million in bonds the developer is waiting on? Some of the questions we will answer tonight at 6 o'clock.
Sam, I know you have asked Dudley Webb himself for an interview multiple times. Today you received a letter, though, from the developer, right?
Right, from Dudley Webb. It's a 2-page letter, fairly detailed, and we're going to quote part of it here. In the letter, Dudley Webb says, "We, the developers, like you, planned and hoped that the vertical components of its towers at Centrepointe would have been nearing completion by now. And we, like you, are disappointed that the progress has been slower, primarily due to the scale and complicated nature of melding 6 separate major project components." And Webb goes on to say in this letter, "Look for substantial vertical construction progress to begin as soon as the bonds are sold. Our construction manager is telling us that they can complete the parking garage in about 6 months, the office building in another 6 months, and the 2 hotels and apartments about 3 months thereafter." Amber, this letter goes on to give an update on the sale of those bonds to do the parking garage that Dudley Webb is talking about. We'll have more on that tonight at 6. And as you will hear at 6 o'clock, Webb is not the only person who is disappointed with how long this project is taking. Again, almost 7 years since all of those buildings were demolished. So much more to come at 6 o'clock.
A lot to sift through. We'll see it then.
Okay.
Sam, thank you.
Scattering of showers and storms. I know you've heard that one before, showing up on Live First Alert Defender. We'll take you into the weekend with the hour-by-hour forecast, show you just how much rain may fall over the next 5 days. That is right after the break.